Hello and welcome to Aki Basho September 2024. I'm Amy. I'm here with Dave. We are Sumo Mainichi and Sumo is back. Here we all are.
Oh, it's so welcome to have Sumo back in our lives, and we are here on day one of Aki to take you through the Juryo bouts. Lots and lots to look forward to today. Thank you for joining us. Dr. Quack first in the chat.
Legend. Absolute legend to join us for some sumo.
We have two more bouts before we get into the top division. First on your screen, one that I would say a few people are interested in. This looks like Hitoshi and Koto Bakari.
Yeah, do you know we have...
Koto Bakari, I should say.
have three more bouts. There's one bonus one.
Interesting.
Amazing. I know.
Interesting for us.
Koto Bakari, Koto Shoho's brother, looking to rise up the ranks. He's at Makushita 5. He wants to get into those salaried ranks, and this is a good start for him. He takes Hitoshi out.
Yeah, certainly. Koto Bakari showing those sumo fundamentals that he would have worked on with his brother growing up as children in Japan. Great way for him to start Aki. Hello, Siggy. Hello, Johnny Rock.
Johnny Rock, thank you so much for your donation to the Sumo Mainichi Sakay Fund. That was absolutely lovely. Made our day today.
Yes, thank you so much.
Legend. Thank you so much for that. George, you thought it was next week. I love that when you don't know that sumo is coming. I mean, for us, it's a little bit tricky. We usually know that it's coming because we've got to do the whole setup and everything. But when you don't and it just arrives on your doorstep,
it's a nice thing, isn't it?
Ringing the doorbell. I'm here. Hi, I'm Sumo.
Here.
I'm Aki Basho. Yeah. Terunofuji's out. So
yes,
this could go any way possible. This could be a total chaos basho. It could be impacted by injury. I'm a bit worried about that, but fingers crossed it won't be.
Well, but some interesting news as we watched the Juryo doyo iri just before going live here. We saw two characters step up onto the doyo who I wasn't expecting to see.
I was a bit worried about Juryo, actually, like you said. So Haku, I had heard that he had a virus and maybe would be still too under the weather to show up on day one. But there he was, stepping out.
Looking good, looking good. We're just taking an ad break at the moment, so don't despair. There are no technical difficulties, but the stream is young.
Yes. Don't worry, we can do it.
The
other was Onosho,
yes.
Who had surgery, but is, again, stepping back onto the Juryo doyo. It's been a while since he's been there. Talk about him a little bit later, but now we have Nabatame up against Mr. Sumo. Is he still Mr. Sumo
yes,
to
he
you?
is.
Yep,
I can confirm that.
Definitively. Chimaru.
Absolutely. Chimaru at Makushita 3, Nabatame back to Makushita 4 this time, but talk on the street is he won't be here for very long.
Yeah, maybe
Brief
not.
stop back in Makushita. As we welcome Kelly and Scott to the stream. Thanks so much for joining us today.
Hello, Kelly, coming back from overseas, aren't you, on your way back? Hello, thanks for listening, Brisbane Airport. You're a legend. Nabatame up against Chimaru.
They've fought once before, I believe. You can see, Nabatame driving forward there, and Chimaru just exploited that forward movement with a very quick slap down. Nabatame privileged to get a lesson in the school of sumo today by Sensei Chimaru.
He got done.
He got done.
Absolutely done. His YouTube video just came out of his promotion party, which was, I don't know, a little bit sad when you go up and you immediately fall down again, and then his stable Futagi Goyama, which is so active on YouTube, decide to put out your video and you're down in Makushita again.
We do talk a lot about event planning.
Yes.
On our podcast.
It's one of our favourite topics.
It is. And we do know that long timelines and long lead times are usually a good thing. When you're talking about a promotion party, It's a little bit awkward.
I think you might have to make sure they stay before. Although you deserve a party. You've just got to have it quicker. It should have happened quicker.
No, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Go shorter timelines.
Shorter timelines.
But do the party while the guy's in Juryo.
Yeah. I reckon that's the only factor that you should be doing.
Well, this is our final match of Makushita before we get into day one of Juryo. And look at the slow pan up this man, Akua. Setting the scene for a great day of sumo, rocking the black sock.
Yes.
Black, definitely one of the popular colours we're seeing so far. After a very dramatic entrance from Fuji with the Keshimawashi that's so black that light could not escape from it.
Black hole. The black on black.
The black on black.
He's trying to re-establish his dominance by sucking the light in from the stadium so that nobody can see anything. And who knows, he may well do it.
His opponent today, Satorufuji, who's in at Makushita 1, stepping onto the doormat, knocking on the door of the top division. This is his highest rank. Satorufuji coming off a couple of cracking basho in May and July, a 6-1 and a 5-2. See him placed now at Makushita 1. Is he ready, the 20-year-old, to step into the salaried ranks? Let's see how he goes today against the man, the legend, Akua.
Akua might try the kakanage. I can't remember which leg he does the kakanage with. I feel like it might be the right.
Both sides.
But if we see both sides.
Absolutely no problem.
If we see a left black sock kakanage here, I would... we didn't. That was given to Satorufuji from Isagahama. If he does get into Juryo, he'll be just one more in the many, many processions, the many ranks of Isagahama Rikishi who are up there.
I hope we get to see a replay of this because I think this was 50-50 from Akua.
Yeah, that's why I wasn't sure. I was looking for the...
I wondered.
Gunbai pointed there because I felt like he might have stepped out first, but it wasn't the case.
This will work half the time. Half the time it works all the time. Oh, we're not going to get a replay of that.
No replay.
I think there's something to watch and learn there for kids interested in sumo. Just throwing yourself in very hard with your head down. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Well, that's it. It is Juryo time.
Juryo time. The best division, the second division.
The best, second best division going around. Right.
And we're kicking it off today with Tochi Takai. He's the Makushita visitor. He is the other Makushita 1, the top, the one east. And he fell out of Juryo in July. And today he's up against Osumi, who has just returned to Juryo. Great news for him.
He certainly has, after that 5-2 from Makushita 3 back in July. Gets another crack at it. This will be his 4th appearance in Juryo, if I'm correct. His highest rank being Juryo 11 back in March of this year. His best result so far was actually on debut at Juryo 13 back in January, where he went 8-7. Can he make it work this time around from that position of Juryo 14? The rank with no second chances.
No. You achieve or you leave.
Oh. I like that.
Well, I mean, that's the best thing I've probably say for these full 15 days. That just came out.
We might wrap the stream up
now. Well, that's it. Thank you, everyone, for coming. I hope you enjoyed. That's me done.
Yes.
Hello, Caleb. Thanks so much for being here. It's awesome to see you. Chicken Joe, it's Juryo time.
Have we said hello to Annie? Hi, Annie. Thanks for joining us today.
Yes, and pointing out that the ladies from Sumo Kaboom podcast, Leslie and Laurie, are in the house today. They are up in the nosebleed seats. We saw their first photo. Who can forget that first photo when you get to the sumo for the very first time? I think it's the first time they've ever been. And you just want to take as many photos as you can.
Oh, yeah.
So exciting. I think they're losing their minds.
Yeah. I'm losing my mind on behalf of them, for them, by proxy.
Have a few 9%, ladies. We are with you. Wang, wang, wang. We love seeing you in the chat, mate. Tim,
hi, Tim.
Hello.
Great to have you along. Exactly, Tim says the division that they won't let Fuji be in. He's too good for it. They know it.
He
we know it.
simply will not drop to it. So Tochi Takai on the left of your screen. Makushita 1, after going 5-10 at Juryo 11, it was his highest rank ever, but couldn't make it happen. Had an awful first week. and not much of a better second week. And we'll be looking to just regroup.
Yeah, regroup. This is the phase he's in now. Nothing wrong with it. He's blooded himself in Juryo.
Yes, he knows what it's like now.
He knows what it's like. This is about recovery, rebuild, regroup.
So his head is down. He's having a think of what it might be like to wear the coloured mawashi again. And some stiff sagari. He wants it. He's taking his time, though. Imagining himself back in Juryo. Comes forward strongly with the hands at the neck of Osumi. He backs off then. Osumi plummeting forwards, and it is given to Osumi. It was a very similar one to that Akua bout before. He stayed in. This time, though.
Well, interesting seeing Osumi miss the shallow belt grip at the start there. And I thought that Tochi Taikai might have been able to push that advantage, but just look at the speed on Osumi as he recovers and remounts that attack. You'll see he misses the front hand belt grip here, but look, he just goes back to fundamentals, and suddenly Tochi Taikai on the back foot finds that front belt grip, commits the body, forces Tochi Taikai to step out. Beautiful sumo, looking for the high five, but didn't get it.
The low five.
The low five. Gee, that would be good if Osumi did the, what is it?
High five, low five.
No.
It's a trick.
High, low, too slow.
Oh, too slow. It's a trick.
High five, low five,
it's
staying
a trick.
alive. It's a trick.
It's catchy.
It's catchy.
Let's try and get it to take off, I reckon.
If
High
you have
five,
kids,
low five, it's a trick.
Trick them and tell them they've been tricked. All right, the next bout of the day up on the doyo, we have Kayo up against Chiyo Sakay. Kayo coming in at Juryo 14 after what can only be described as a middling effort at his highest rank of Juryo 13. Last time he went 7 and 8 on debut in this rank. A lot of excitement about Kayo coming up, but just lost that 7-7 matchup on Day 15 against Shiden to get that losing record, but at Juryo 13 you do have that buffer. You either achieve or you get to go down one and try again next time.
Kayo from Nakamura Beya, and I've been keeping an eye on the socials of Nakamura Beya. They're okay. They're not as exciting as I thought they were going to be straight off the bat with the TikTok and everything.
Yes.
They've got a new sign
Your
out the front.
expectations were very, very high.
Yeah, they were high. We see Shin Juryo Daesan coming into the arena. His opponent in a couple of bouts is Takeru You drew the short straw. Is it the short straw bad or good? I can never remember.
It's bad.
Okay, the short straw is bad. So he drew the short straw with his bout against the black hole. We call him now Takeru Fuji. Chiyo Sakay at Juryo 13. He has never beaten Kayo in 2 tries.
Well, what a rich history these two share.
Isn't it? Chiyo Sakay, 34 years old. He's from Kokonui Beya. And he's been in sumo just for a long, long time. Highest rank of Juryo 8. He got to Juryo 9 in July, but he went 5-10. So he's back down here, where he likes to exist at the bottom of Juryo at 13.
Yeah, 34 years old, Chiyo Sakay. Holding on.
Makes
Let's
you
just say
think.
that much. His younger opponent today in Kayo would be desperate to start off this basho with the win. It looks like they are ready to go. The gunbai is pointed forward. Well, it's Kayo attacking. Chiyo Sakay tries to move forward, looks slow there as he stumbles down. An easy day at the office for Kayo.
The Kayo fans in the audience cannot believe it. Just sobbing. Was that his mum? Sister?
I mean,
aunt? Grandmother?
2 seconds of sumo that were so packed with emotion from Kayo today. Let's have a look at the replay.
He did come forward strongly here, but it was Chiyo Sakay who stepped out of the way and tried to pull him down. But Kayo stayed strong and he was able to get the hands around the shoulder of Chiyo Sakay and push him to the side and send him, as he said, stumbling down. So I do think a day 1 win is important. If I was his mum, I might shed a tear.
We can't confirm that was his mum, but we also can't confirm that it wasn't.
No.
Kayo looking good on his feet there. Great way to start Aki Basho. Let's have a look at the next bout. Stepping up now, we have Aiyama up against Kiruko.
Very exciting to have a Kiruko here in Juryo for the very first time. An extremely popular rikishi from Tatsunami Bear, and he's only 21 years old. I think there's a lot of excitement to come from this kid.
Certainly. And at Makushita 1, that 6-1 effort, that's like kicking the door in.
Yep.
It's not knocking politely and waiting for someone to answer.
No.
It's not a 3-4 at Makushita 2.
And look at that face. He's just got a sumo face.
He certainly does.
He's just ready to go, this guy. He's got a great personality. You can tell already that he's at least going to be popular, if not successful, because, you know, he's being interviewed for Bema shots. He's doing his introductions. You know, they're just straight away like, we've got to get this guy on television.
Why not both?
Yeah.
.jpg.
Yeah. Popular and successful, you mean?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we both are.
Well, if I could be one of those things, I'd be very, very happy.
There was a question asked in the chat, who is going to get this Juryo Yusho? I think it's
a great question.
Very interesting question this time around. Maybe a few people saying Haku.
Well, as you said earlier, though, that health cloud hanging over him could make for a bumpy start. But we'll see when he comes out against Daimami later on.
Kiryuko's opponent, Aiyama. And we were talking about the Sumo Kaboom ladies being in Japan before. They had an excellent walk past Kasugane Bear, which is Aoyama's stable, and saw him and gave him a little nod, said hello, which is always very exciting.
We see a Kiruko fan in the crowd there. I mean, there is something about seeing Aiyama for the first time in real life. It's breathtaking.
Yep.
Just to have that... just one moment.
What are you doing? Oh, wow. There's no power for the streaming laptop. But now there is, so that's exciting for everyone. Hey, Ben. Lovely to see you. Justine. Who haven't I seen? I'm scanning up. The Brian. Hello from Chicago. Legend for staying up. I mean, you've got to stay up on day one, right?
Well,
all you Americans, you poor things. You poor things. But tonight, it's sumo time for everyone. And it's not only sumo time, it's Aiyama v Kiruko time. How old is Aiyama? He's 37. It's 37 v 21. 38 v 21? Here we 38. Go. Experience versus enthusiasm. Kiruko with the butt wiggle. He goes up strongly. He pulls forward and Aiyama pulls him down. He got done there, Kiruko, by experience.
You just got big damned. Kiruko, welcome to Juryo. Welcome to opponents who have seen a lot of sumo over their career. This is classic Aiyama. As we take the replay here, we see a very enthusiastic start from Kiruko, doing all of the right things, trying to get up and under Aiyama. But as we see the pull, beautifully executed, beautiful step back, feels the Tawara with the back of his heels. Aiyama spins Kiruko down. Hataki Komi win for Aiyama today, Kiruko. Lots to learn.
I think so. I mean, he would have been so ready to go. He would have built himself up to this. He would have thought, I can beat the old man. And I really think he got done in there by a bit of maybe nerves, but the experience of Aiyama just knew exactly what to do there. Huge applause in the crowd today. The legends who have turned up for the greatest division of all time, Juryo, applauding Shin Juryo Daesan, who steps up onto the doyo.
And his opponent today, Takurufuji, the black hole. The man looming over Juryo, casts a long shadow. He could be the man who dominates. He could be the man to beat. And today, on debut in Juryo, poor old Daesan has to go against, well, already a young champion of the sport. Daesan, though, comes into today with an incredible streak of, I'm going to say more than 10.
Live, folks.
More than 10 basho in a row with winning records. That includes, or who could forget, the Yusho back in July from Makushita 2, where he was 7-0. 24 years old, Daesan from China / Inner Mongolia. Lots to like about his sumo. Can't wait to see how he can test Takerufuji today.
Yep. I was saying that the crowd was clapping for him, and in my heart they were, but I think probably they were also very much clapping and cheering for the man on the right, Takerufuji, 25 years old. And it'd be so exciting to see what he does. Caleb, you said that you're watching with Colin. Watching sumo for the first time. Colin. Hello.
Colin. Caleb, go and lock the doors. Make sure Colin can't get out. Because once you push through your first hour of sumo, it just doesn't let go.
Yep. You're snapped up into our community now, Colin. You can't go. You can't stop watching.
Yep. Dr. Quack.
It's the best sport ever.
I wouldn't even know how to start to pronounce this. Under Takerufuji or under Takerufuji.
That's Sumo Punk's.
Pretty good.
Sumo Punk's name for
Oh, is it really?
him. Well, I think
very, very
they came
nice.
up with it. But
it's
maybe
pure Sumo Punks.
Yeah, everyone say hi to Colin. Colin, big group Sumo Mainichi hug in the chat.
And Colin, if you have a business...
Oh, yeah, plug your business.
Promote it.
Plug your business in the chat.com.
Yeah, we had someone do that before. I think they were a landscape
what
gardener.
Was it again? Oh, yeah. What's
Something like that. Why not?
Why not?
All right, we're getting ready to go here. Daesan. We see the split screen with a feathered edge. Okay, all right. Well, we are serious.
Have they paid an extra $4.99?
Yeah, they have. Well, they activate the trial to get the split screen, and then I think the feathered edge on the split screen is DLC.
Yeah, because you would have got the hard edge, and then you would have tried to click across, and it said not with the trial.
Enter your credit card here. Right, the Gunbai is pointed forward. Daesan on the left, Colin, and Takerufuji on the right. Daesan definitely not giving away anything in size or posture.
Double purple as well.
Yeah, it's good, isn't it? Daesan down first. Takerufuji hits him hard, gets under, and the left hand on the belt, and absolutely blows Daesan away. School is in today. And the lesson is getting beaten comprehensively.
Yes. I mean, that was always going to be a tricky one there for Daesan. He, I heard, decided on the purple just to take it to Takerufuji today, just to say I'm as good, if not better than you, but joke's on him, he wasn't.
We take the replay here, beautifully executed sumo from Takerufuji. Hits Daesan hard, gets the left hand on the belt, and there you go. Now, Caleb's telling us that Colin's, and I quote here, loving it.
Great.
Colin, blink twice if you're actually loving it.
Caleb, have you locked the door yet?
Yeah, lock the door.
What's your beverages, Caleb? That's the other thing I want to know for everyone tonight. Whether it's alcoholic or not, doesn't have to be alcoholic. No. What delicious beverage are you drinking? We ordered a massive bottle of sake that will probably take us a few basho to get through.
Yeah.
It's on our Instagram if you'd like to see it. It is large. And then we got a few Monsuta. Not the regular Monsuta. The
premium.
The premium. Because we're premium.
It does taste premium.
It is time for Tomokaze up against Fuji Seiyun.
Oh, Tomokaze. Juryo 11. After, well, let's say mixed fortunes last basho at Juryo 7. He was finding some wins early on, but went Kyujo on day 11 and finished with a 5-win, 7-loss and 3-day off record. What can he do? I still think there's life in Tomokaze.
Oh, yes. I think there's much enjoyment to be had for all of us. There's some very big Tomokaze fans in this chat and one on this microphone.
Yes. One on this microphone also.
Great. I like that you call yourself a massive Tomokaze fan.
Well, what's not to like? The man's a hero. We've already established that. He is community-minded. He focuses on young people in the community, lifts them up. Musical genius. Does a lot with a little, I think, if you had to say about his brand of sumo, his style of sumo. Obviously, his ankles are a mess. Knees are a mess.
Yep.
But can generate still a lot of power from those pushes and thrusts. He takes on Fuji Seiyun today.
Fuji Seiyun managed to stay in Juryo in his second go there. He was there back last year in 2023 in July, in May and July, but fell out again. Came back in July this year at Juryo 14. Got a 9-6.
It's pretty good.
Very important for him.
Pretty good.
Lots of fans, Fuji Seiyun, and he'd be looking to back that up with another Kachikoshi to get himself even higher than his Juryo 10 that he is right now. Some real Tomokaze fans in the crowd.
Oh, I love it.
A
Justine
double fan.
is on the Umeshu and Soda here. Very good choice, Justine.
Yep.
An appropriate pairing for Juryo on day one.
I like that.
Kelly with the Berry Crush from Boost Juice. Not a bad idea.
Yeah.
So Kelly's getting back from somewhere?
Yes. I mean, I won't dox you by saying
Where you
I
were.
know where Kelly was.
Yeah. No, I meant... Anyway. Nothing like a bit of a fresh juice after a flight of X number of hours. I don't know where you were. Caleb and Colin are on the Fem Hazy, or Pfem Hazy IPA. I'm not sure how you pronounce that.
Fiem. Tomokaze and Fuji Seiyun here, ready to clash. Tomokaze very taped up this time around, like he always is. The right foot. He comes in with the right arm around, but it's disrupted by Fuji Seiyun. And Tomokaze somehow manages to keep himself in, dances along the Toara, and it's Fuji Seiyun who goes down.
I'm speechless.
Yeah.
I thought very early on after the Tochi, I thought Fuji Seiyun knew what to do against Tomokaze. You need to lock up the thrusts, make sure he can't use those arms. And then suddenly Tomokaze pulls out the secret weapon, which is footwork. We see the replay here. Tomokaze can't get much done. He's got no space. Tries the pull here. Look at that right ankle. He hops on it 1, 2, 3 times, goes down. Amazing.
And they say that he can't do anything with that right leg. He did everything with that right leg today. He kept himself in it. He stayed up. And a very important win for him on day one. He is sweaty. I think it's still really hot over there, right? Do you have a weather report, by the way?
It is 33 degrees Celsius, 92 degrees Fahrenheit. It is hot.
Why can't I see a fan in the audience then? Well, we saw the 2 Tomokaze fans before, but they hadn't taken them out of the plastic. They weren't using them. They weren't practical fans.
We've just had our 5th bout. And we have 3 Hataki Komis so far.
Okay.
Now, I'm worried about people 500 to 1,000 years in the future digging up sumo records and going, day one Aki 2024 got off to a horrible start. Look at all these Hataki Komis, which could have been Henkers.
And here we have Tohaku fronting up for the next bout. So
should we burn this up onto CDR, bury it, so people know that they weren't Henkers?
I think so.
They were all well set up.
And then do that thing where you've got to find it with all the clues. What's that called? Geocaching. We'll record
geocaching
this commentary onto CDR, bury it, and then do it a series of clues for people to find it, just so they know. No
augmented reality game.
No, geocaching, where you bury something and then you leave all these clues as to how to find it.
Help us out, chat. Also, if anyone has a CD burner or blank CDRs lying around.
I went to my mum's house yesterday and we were going through old boxes. And there was a box labelled video games. So I was like, here we go, this could be good. And it was all the oldest CD, like Age of Empires, Civilization, like all the original.
Could you even run them these days?
Baldur's Gate ones and stuff. And she said, do you think Dave will want these? I'm like,
probably not.
No. We don't even have anything that could play them.
All right, let's have a look at this next bout we have. Well, we haven't even spoken about this. We have Daishoho up against Tohaku. Daishoho at Juryo 9. Loves a bit of Juryo action, this man. After having a bit of a rough time over the last 2 basho, Daishoho from Juryo 2 went 5-10. And went the same score from Juryo 4. So hopefully here at Juryo 9, he can turn his fortunes around. Let's say that much.
They are great games, Dr. Quack. I agree that they are great games. It was just funny how she She kind of wanted us
Well,
to have
Tim,
them. I'll have them if we can sell them for $1,000.
Can I say, Tim Sumo, I haven't played Baldur's Gate, but you've played Baldur's Gate.
I've played
3.
Baldur's Gate 3.
Yeah.
But she had the original Baldur's Gate actually in that box.
There's a retro game store, like
Near
not
us.
far from our
Yeah.
house, that opened up and has stayed open for a number of years. I've never been to it.
Like deep in the suburbs.
Yeah, deep in the suburbs.
Is it a drug front?
It must be.
I think it's a drug front. Tohaku. He is 28 years old. He just went 5'10", and that was coming off the back of a 6'9", 6'9".
Okay.
So this man has not tasted the winning feeling, the Kachikoshi feeling, for quite a while. He started off last time with 8 losses in a row.
Okay.
Straight
so
to the
really,
Makukoshi.
a win in the first week would be a big improvement for him. Can he do it today against Daesan? Daesan not even close to being ready. Well, yeah, I mean, two Rikishi who certainly know how to build the drama, set up a narrative arc that will frame this upcoming bout. Daesan down and ready, they come forward, Daesan pushing, but it's Tohaku slapping, pulling, trying to get the larger Daesan off balance at moment of separation. Oh, this is brilliant, Sumo. Colin, lean forward, get close to the screen. This is Sumo magic. Wow, what a great camera, great close-up. It's Tohaku attacking the face of Daesan. I mean, this is Sumo, isn't it? Daesan. Did Tohaku stay in there? I think he did.
Where he stepped out there.
No, this is what Sumo's all about. Two guys looking at each other right in the eyes and going, come at me, bro.
I'll be looking for the divot there on the other side.
You've got 3 Shinpan over that side. We would have seen a puff of dust. Look at this. It's so intense. Tohaku attacking again, going high against Daesan. Relentless, tries to pull Daesan. Very, very stable on his feet, and they separate again. Why can't Sumo always be like this? We take a wide shot. This is how much time we've got. This is cinema.
The Aiyama cameraman
Oh,
just
they are
excited
switching.
Here.
Daesan on the attack now. He takes Tohaku over. What about...
Goodness, you don't see that very often, do you?
Beautiful Sumo.
The separation. Sumo's all about coming together.
It certainly is.
This was all about looking each other in the eye, asserting dominance through no movement of your own.
I said it, and I'll admit that I said it a little offhandedly before this bout, that they understood the narrative arc.
Yeah.
Who could have predicted what we saw? This was human drama.
I mean, what match in Juryo so far has got the crowd involved to such an extent? That is entertainment.
It is entertainment, but I say it's entertainment to me is a little shallow.
Oh, yeah.
This is culturally important. This is art. This is sport coming together with cinematography to create.
You could write a grant for that.
Well, you could absolutely write an arts grant for that. I'm going to quickly take an ad here. Well, I wore myself out there with that one. That was emotionally draining, that bout. I did, yeah. I'm going to go and have a little nap. You'll be right.
Okay, I'll just do the rest of it, I guess. I'll just try and think up some more rhymes, some more words that rhyme with each other.
Yeah, well, I mean, that was the genius of what you did before, was that you didn't mean it.
Now I'm trying too hard.
You're a poet and you weren't aware of it. We'll edit that out.
The next bout is Asak up against Haku Yozan. And I've got something deep and dark to admit to you here.
What's that?
I might have hinted at it in our Talking Sumo episode where we got given the precious gift of the eating and singing competition on Fuji TV. And Haku Yozan was one of the participants in his Ichimon's singing and eating competition, I think. And I felt something. I felt a flicker of friendship for Haku Yozan. Now, I know he's not popular in this chat. I know he's pretty aggressive when he's standing up on the doya, but is that just the competitive nature of the man? Is he really a softie at heart?
Well, the burden of being a sumo double threat, singing and eating. You know, I'm starting to see like a man burdened by expectation. And the sumo comes third for him.
Yeah. Yeah,
It's not his strength.
why he has to perhaps resort to some extra shoves off the doyo. I mean,
true.
look at these guys. They love him. That's his family. Face only a
We
mother
can't
could
confirm.
love. Oh, that's a bit harsh.
We can't confirm that
Anyway,
it's
I
not.
like him. His opponent, Asakoryu. People like him.
The very popular Asakoryu, the 25-year-old from Osaka. Wow, we'll be able to see him go around in March when we're there.
We sure will.
He's at Juryo 8. Didn't have the best time in July. Went 6-9, including a long run, 5 losses in a row at the end of the basho.
It is time for these two to take it to each other.
They're head-to-head 4-0 Asakoryu's way.
There you go. I wonder how he's getting past the big mountain of Hakuyozan. We'll find out if he can do it again. Hakuyozan with his arms on the inside, but Asakoryu pushing forward, pushing. He is so strong. He's activating all of those muscles, and he's taken Hakuyozan back. Hakuyozan was able to mount a defense, but not for too long. Asakoryu, the man with the widest hair, gets a win on day one.
So much to like about Asakoryu's sumo today. Gives away a lot in terms of height and weight, but gives away nothing in terms of enthusiasm and actions per minute out on the doyo. As we take the replay here, and we could just see that Asakoryu was so positive. Getting in and under, working away, not letting Hakuyozan get settled. And not taking a backward step here either. Continuing to pour the pressure on, work away at interesting angles, and inevitably take Hakuyozan over Oshidashi. What a great start to Aki for Asakoryu.
Very cool for him to get a win on day one. And although I have a newfound interest in Hakuyozan, I did not mind seeing that big win from Asakoryu today. He's the highest ranked Rikishi from his stable at the moment, with Asanoyama being out. So Kyujo for Akibasho. Asanoyama obviously had that fairly horrendous injury in July, and we won't be seeing him for a long time.
That's true.
He's looking perky in all his interviews, and
Sure is.
every time we see him around the place. I mean, he's been on telly in the meantime. He's been around, but he won't be doing any sumo.
On your screen at the moment is Mitoryu, the 30-year-old Mongolian Rikishi. At Nishikidobeya. The loneliest man in sumo. Doesn't
Yes.
have a lot of other Rikishi with him, but despite that has achieved quite a lot. We saw him at Maegashira 13 back in May this year, but unfortunately his campaign cut short. He went Kyujo on day 10 and ended up with a 2-9-4 record. Now, back in Juryo at Juryo 7. His opponent today, Shiden.
Yes, Shiden. We enjoyed his sumo very much in July. Somebody said something about him in the chat before. Pop it in again, because I missed it. But always going flat out,
Yes.
Shiden.
Oh, yeah.
Always trying his absolute best. Mitorio, I will say, also represented himself extremely well in the singing and eating competition.
He did, didn't he?
And it was nice to see him as someone who doesn't have many colleagues in his own stable to get together with the boys from the Ichimon.
Absolutely. It's a beautiful thing to see. Well, I think this will be an interesting matchup today. Their head-to-head is 1-3. Shiden's way, I think Shiden, even though they're similar sizes, similar heights, Shiden's a very active Rikishi when he goes out there, likes to fight fast.
Is Shiden much smaller? I wouldn't have said, thinking about them, that Shiden was
I
the
said
same
they were
height.
the same.
They
about
are the
same.
actual...
Well, I don't know if they're actually the same, but I think I'm just eyeballing it here, just giving a general height and weight vibe.
In my height vibe meter, Shiden's tiny for some reason, but I don't think that's actually the case. He is at his highest
certainly not.
rank. He's at Juryo 6.
Let's see what he can do today against the very experienced Mitoryu. Mitoryu down. Not yet. Now he's down. Shiden trying to get underneath Mitoryu, clamps a left hand on the back of the belt, but Shiden manages to swing Mitoryu across to the Tawara. They tighten the belt grips here. Mitoriu tries to fight his way off, but Shiden is relentless. Bumps Mitoriu over the Tawara. Beautiful, hard-working sumo from Shiden today.
It was a perfect example of what I was saying before. He's puffed, but he's working hard. I think Mitoriu is bigger and heavier, and for Shiden to get him out that way was really impressive. He got his own belt grip. He fought off Mitoriu's right hand, got his own, clamped it on even harder, and then a push forward from there. Was that the Makakai with the left hand, I think, which helped?
He might have. I mean, for belt freaks, this was a real treat, this one.
Yeah.
Seeing Shiden... I'm not so familiar with him being so good on the belt, but just did it today.
Yeah.
Against Mitoriu. Extends their record to 4-1 Shiden's way.
Matt, excellent to see you in the chat. And I did see Goose
Matt.
before up much higher. A super lifter. Hey. If you said your name before in another chat, just say it again so I remember who you are. People's names in the chat, I don't always, can't always match it up. Here we have... Hidenoumi, is that? Yep.
It certainly is, up
And
against Tsurugisho.
in a resplendent, you have to say resplendent with the silver, don't you?
You do.
Resplendent silver mawashi. What's this choice all of a sudden?
I like it. I think it speaks to a new attitude that Tsurugisho is bringing into sumo in his 33rd year on planet Earth. Today, taking on Hidenoumi, these two, you wouldn't expect it, but they have a rich history. They've fought 24 times
Wow.
in the past. It's 14-10 Tsurugisho. I don't need to tell you that these two absolutely hate each other.
That goes back to 2014, September. So that's 6 years plus another, what are we in for? That's 10 years ago when they fought as... Thank you, I had to do that in two lots.
You did good.
Why did I do the 6 plus the 4?
Let's move on.
That's so me.
It's so interesting.
I did a physics degree.
You did it with no fingers, though, which is very impressive.
It's true. They fought as Iwasaki was Hidenoumi and Tsurugisho was Abiko.
Abiko.
I like that. They only fought once as those names, and then they popped into Juryo, and from then on it's been Juryo and Makuuchi that these two have fought.
But certainly, if you look at the stats, Tsurugisho dominating Hidenoumi over the last 4 years, only dropping one to
How dare you?
Hidenoumi.
How dare you? That was very targeted.
That was pretty good.
He actually got the fingers out. He was rudely counting on them. Tim says Mitoriu has 3 stablemates now. Look, I haven't gone back and checked, so that is the best news I've had all month, I reckon. I love that. The guy who's off the Banzuko for 2 years is back.
He should start a podcast called Stablemates, where he just can revel in his friendship.
Stablemates ...
And there's 2 of the 3 stablemates on your screen at the moment. His mum and his dad.
Stablemates of life.
Yeah.
Tsurugisho, 33 years old. The knees encased in paper mache.
Preserved for the future.
Well, the knee encased. The left knee. He likes to finish his bouts quickly, Tsurugisho, and he comes forward, reaching with the left arm, but he doesn't get anything. Hidenoumi is taken back to the Tawara, but he circles around. He's still got good movement, this guy. Even with the right arm in the bandage, he's taken around, trying to push, but he is eventually taken over by Tsurugisho in quite a long bout.
Absolutely. I thought Tsurugisho stayed aggressive here. Did not stop pressuring Hidenoumi, who just seemed... I'm not sure what's going on in the injury situation for Hidenoumi at the moment, but he was... Look, he stayed in this quite a long time, but you can see he was on the defensive straight away, used the footwork. Obviously, Hidenoumi is a bit quicker than Tsurugisho, but multiple times we saw Tsurugisho regain his footing. He just looks very, very stable out there.
I think he kept moving his arms as well. Whatever Hidenoumi did, he kept countering it again. So it was counter after counter after counter. And he knew he had to keep himself on top of the situation, Tsurugisho, and he did. So a win on day 1 for him, and a cool bout now.
Cool. It's Daesan up against Haku. Juryo 5 Daesan up against the same in Haku.
Did anyone watch the
Yeah, I was about to talk about this.
Doskoi Sumo, the most recent, the August Doskoi Sumo episode, where they were talking about Shin Maku Rikishi
Yep.
and some of the stats, Shinyu Maku Rikishi, and some of the stats around when you first come into the top division and how you go and whether you get your kachikoshi and all of that sort of gear. And they interviewed a lot of people who had success. And then they spoke to Daesan, and they spoke to him about how he has never been able to achieve. He's never been able to stay in that top division. And he spoke quite poignantly. I had a tear in both my eyes about how he doubts himself.
Yeah, Daesan, in a very vulnerable interview, really outlined how it's inner troubles in the mind, it's lack of self-confidence.
Yep.
He said he gets in his own head,
Yep.
which I would completely agree with. When he gets into that top division. And look, there's nothing wrong with being a Juryo guy.
Yeah, totally. But he wants to be up there. He wants to achieve at the highest rank, and he just can't bring himself. He said when he faces his opponent in Makuuchi, he just starts thinking, I'm not as good. Yeah. I'm going to lose here. It was just a really interesting insight into a man that, I haven't heard a whole lot about. He sort of just gets on with business.
He's quiet, Daesan. And today he has quite a challenge up against Haku today. So just checking in on chat, I swear I caught a glimpse of the back of Tsurugisho's sack. Oh. Okay.
Well, as you said,
I didn't need to read that out.
And ship
Clip
it.
and ship it.
We need to see that, I guess. Now, it's interesting to talk this much about Daesan and not about Haku, but I kind of feel like it's obvious with Haku. He has just gone 11-4 at Juryo 13 after coming back from pulling out in May, and obviously had that injury at the end of last year, and is still just really re-establishing himself in sumo. He's at this new stable. He's trying to get everything happening. He's now best friends with the Fuji. That is, there's no source
Positive
for that.
Influence.
I just love it. I love imagining that. He's trying to come back. How can he go off this 11-4?
They flashed it up on the screen very briefly, but his range of commentate that he used in those 11 wins last basho was quite impressive.
Cool.
As we see Haku up against Daesan. Haku down first, big break. Now for Daesan, what's going on inside his head?
Well, he's like, I'm not good enough. I'm not good enough.
He's racked with self-doubt. And you can
Daesan,
see that on his face. You are Daesan. You're okay.
You're enough for all of us. We believe in you. I mean, this is a tough matchup. I'm going to say it.
It's a very big test for Daesan. They've only met each other once before, and Haku took that win. Daesan, he'd be happy with Juryo 5. Maybe that's okay. So we take a very, personal shot of Daesan there. Not sure what we're focused on. Haku crashes forward, gets the Morozashi grip, looking for that left hand under the belt. He starts to work away Daesan, and the wave crashes. Daesan step out. Brutally clinical sumo from Haku today.
Not good enough yet again. It plays out. I'm going to stop this. This way of speaking about Daesan, but today actually the sumo wasn't good enough. He was stood upright here. He did try and move forward, but Haku, he locked that left hand on the belt. He had the right hand up high. He had Daesan on the angle, shifted off balance.
And completely denied Daesan that right hand belt grip that he was looking for there. Well, these bouts are going very quickly. We've only got 3 bouts to go. I'm
excited to see Haku achieve here, and doubly so because we said at the start of this stream that we didn't think that Haku was going to be competing here because there was some talk of him having, I don't know, virus or some sickness before he started, but good to see him representing here. I was so happy to see him come out today. Maybe I made that up.
No, it's all good. As we take a long wide
it's the
shot.
boys.
Here we go.
I'm just going to open a beer if anyone Mine's, there we go.
Here come your Sanyaku Rikishi for Aki Basho, led by Ozeki Hoshoryu. On the other side, led by Ozeki Korizakura.
All right, well, the question begs itself here. How does everyone think that the top division, the Makuuchi division, is going to play out this time around with the absence of the Yokozuna Terunofuji, who 2 or 3 days ago called the Kyujo? He's lost 10, 15 kilograms or so due to difficulty dealing with his diabetes, not able to train, so pulled out. Couldn't represent himself this time around. So he's left, I would say, the Yusho wide open.
It is absolutely wide open. It is anyone's game, I think, this time around. The back of shot there, Taka Keisho.
Yes.
I think it'll be a big story of this particular basho. Can he get the 10 wins?
We've seen quite a lot of the preparation of these guys. We've seen a lot of Kirishima. And he's been very smiley. He's been very active. He's been training very hard. I wonder if the pressure's off a little bit for him at Sekiwake. He's just maybe enjoying his sumo a little bit more. Of course, he wants to achieve at this top level, of course. But he's looked pretty happy over the last few weeks.
Certainly. Onosato, I think, is probably the other Rikishi who everyone will be keeping a close eye on, including the vision switches at Abema. 12 wins mathematically would give him promotion to Ozeki. And I think what we've seen, the trend we've seen over the last couple of years is that it's been very difficult for Ozeki to rise up because they're all fighting and beating each other. It's a very even pack up the top there. We see Kirishima, we see Korizakura. They're all capable of beating each other on any given day. Onosato, no doubt, will be tested this time around.
Yes, I think so. He just, because they're back in Tokyo yesterday, accepted his Yusho portrait. So at some stage, I guess just before the Makuuchi bouts, from memory, they unveil the portraits and play the best song of all time.
Yeah.
To unveil both the portrait of him from May and Terunofuji from July.
Have you seen the portrait? Have you cast an eye over it?
Oh, I did from the Sumo Kaboom footage, but I cannot bring a single detail of it from mine to mind right now. Oh, are you no good?
I've seen more powerful stances.
From Onosato?
Yep. Looks like he's never held a bow before.
Is he good at bow?
It's inexcusable.
Like
a
bow
sword
and arrow.
or whatever they hold. I'm not sure. I'm not a details person.
Hirodumi up there, so great to see him still at Komusubi, keeping that spot alongside Daisho. Can't wait to see how he goes as well. Caleb, the question's been answered. They're all the Sanyaku Rikishi who get to step up there with Haku Oyakada and listen to his long and boring speech.
Now, we have three bouts left. The next Rikishi we're going to see step up are Shimanumi and Shimazumi.
Oh, whose go is it? Oh, no, it's my
It's Amy. Amy will be calling this bout
I've already
for you.
said Hirodumi 10 times instead of Hiddenumi. And what else did I mess up before?
Oh, it's fine, it's fine.
Oshoumi I could barely get out before. So good luck to me for Shimanumi v Shimazumi. We also saw Shimazumi interviewed for the Doskoi Sumo program.
Yes.
And realised that he was an attendant or a tsukibito for Kisanasato when he was back doing the business. And that was cool. I didn't know that.
I have to admit, that was the first episode of Doskoi Sumo that I've ever watched. I was really, really impressed with it.
It's so good.
Once you get past the
dubbing.
The dubbing...
When Nishonoseki sounds like, hello,
yeah, I don't like him as a fancy Englishman. But I know these people are trained voice actors. They're doing the job. They're getting the message across. Once you get over that, the footage, the stats...
Yep.
Who would have known locking 3 people in a room with all of the old sumo records and an Excel spreadsheet could result in such a deep dive into sumo history?
Yeah, I
it
feel
really
like
is a great show.
The manual aspect of it is very Japanese. They just like get the stats out.
You don't often hear stats referred to as artisanal. But when you get a stat that you know someone's been looking through a book to get, or every book since 1958, I think that's when their stats go back to. It hits different.
Shimazumi, he's come off a 10-5 at Juryo 10. He is wanting to get back to the top division. He was last there in March this year when he dropped out due to injury. So this is a real recovery time for him, and he comes up against experience.
Well, absolutely. Shimanumi, we used to know him as a Makuuchi Rikishi back in 2021. He seems to have settled in Juryo, but is at his highest rank since September 2022. Things are moving around. Now let's try to make this easy for you. So I think you should call Shimanumi Umi.
That's even worse.
Shimazumi Zumi.
Zumi and Umi.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or green and red.
How dare you?
Well, it's mostly so I can follow your commentary.
I'm going for full names. Or am I going for Umi or Zumi? I'll never know until it actually starts.
Well,
that's how my mind works.
The Kyoji's sending them back for one more
I'm shaking.
time. Yeah, you are shaking. You're sweating.
Who is the fan here? It's a Shimazumi fan. Sorry, it's a Zumi fan.
It's a Zumi. She's Team Zooms.
Yep. He really is a lovable guy, Shimazumi. He has fallen prey to the smaller, rounder Rikishi problems from time to time, being rolled down, being pushed down. But in general now, he's really started to stand his ground. He started to be strong. He started to move forward well. He started to establish real dominance. And I love to see him fight every time.
Absolutely. Ooh, split screen with feathered edge.
Separating the Umi and the Zumi with a feathered edge. That's artisanal.
Well,
that
is artisanal. Exactly.
Absolutely beautiful. Umi.
All right, good luck, Amy.
Yeah. V Zumi. Zumi down first. He's got the elbows tucked in. He is stable. He is strong. Umi down second. I don't know if I can do this.
You have to do it.
Umi comes forward low, but...
No, that was Zumi coming forward.
It was Umi moving backwards.
Well, I am lost.
You need to shush.
I'll stay out of it.
Okay.
But that's Zumi.
I like Zumi heaps more than Umi. Umi is the thing that's doing me in here. Zumi is cool. Don't look at me.
No, I won't look at you.
Go out of the room. Zumi down. Zumi down. Okay, who comes forward? Zumi comes forward, and he pushes Zumi out. Thank you. Praise the Lord for that quick bout. Praise the Zumi Lord. He did it for me. That is a big win for Shimazumi.
Yeah, that's vintage Zumi on display today as we take beautiful footage of someone putting their towel away.
Putting their
the Zumi towel or the Umi towel away. Take the replay, but there's not much to say about this one apart from this was Shimazumi brilliance, taking out the rubbish.
Yeah, he stood him up high, didn't he? And not much that Shimanumi could do from there. He's looking happy about that.
Yeah, great way to start Aki off for Shimazumi. At Juryo 4, coming off that 10-5, maybe we're building something. Wouldn't say he's knocking on the door yet.
No, he's politely requesting entrance.
He's driving past the house slowly.
Oh, yep.
That house being the house of Makuuchi. As we take our second last bout of day one, I can't believe this is coming to a close already, but we have Tas Shw up against Shishi.
I love this bout. What an exciting bout. Shishi coming off a red hot basho. He's at Juryo 2 now. He was at Juryo 10. He was challenging for the Yusho and ended up not in play, but ended up with an 11-4 and just looked like he was getting it together.
It felt like all of the pieces were falling into place for Shishi. Just suddenly things are starting to click for Tas Shw today. Another Rikishi who did very, very well back in July, went 9-6. for him a very positive result. He's starting to build something with that 8-7 back in May. And now Juryo 3 definitely checking the letterbox before stepping onto the doorstep. You can see his spread of Kimarite, mostly Yorikiri, as you'd expect from Tamashoho. Likes to play fast, likes to get on the belt. I don't know if he can match the raw power of Shishi today.
I wonder. I'm a bit worried for him. Is he going to be snapped in half?
Well, he might be. Their head-to-head is actually Tamashoho's way. It's 3-2, although the last 2 times they've met have gone to Shishi. And I think that fits with the narrative of Shishi always improving.
I think so. I mean, Shishi possibly a little bit slower. Tamashoho very fast. He can jump out of the way. He can dart around the doyo. I call him the gazelle.
Yes, you do.
He loves to leap and bound, but can he overcome this raw power? I have to let everyone know a very important thing here, and it's that my mum is in the chat. Coral Bennett. I asked her to come and listen today, and she has,
Coral.
and I love that. My mum is an absolute legend. Please, everyone, say hello to Coral.
Say hello to Coral.
Now, Mum, we have to just do this bout, and then I'll continue on afterwards.
All right, the gunbai is pointed forward. Now I feel nervous that Coral's listening, but here we go. Tamashoho down first, comes hard at Shishi. Shishi not looking bothered. Tamashoho trying to move out of the way. But Shishi, left hand on the belt now, drives hard, takes Tamashoho across the Tawara. Shishi kept up with the pace there. I like to see it.
Yep, I think that's exactly what we suspected there, that even though Tamashoho was so quick and was really, I mean, he bounds.
Yes,
he's like a little,
does.
a large puppy coming at Shishi, but Shishi was the larger, slower one here, but very strong and kept his feet.
Oh, exactly. The footwork here from Shishi on the replay. He looks very good. His head is down through most of this bout, which is a concern, but once he got that left hand on the belt, it looks very, very safe.
And then he was able to throw himself at Tamashoho there, and a little bit of a dangerous move. If Tamashoho had have been able to move to his left there, Shishi might have gone down, but
well, I think knowing he had that left hand gave him a bit of an anchor to be a little bit risky. He could not get away. It's the final bout of Juryo. I hate this.
It is. It's Toki Hayate. Big fan, me. From
Tokitsukaze?
Tokitsukaze, yeah. It was right on the tip of my tongue.
It was, I could tell.
I nearly said Short Eyes Stable, and then
how dare
I was
you.
like, I can actually say the stable, and then I'm like, no, I can't, because this is long. Up against Onosho at Juryo 1. I feared that he wasn't going to show up because we've heard quite a bit about the injuries that he has. And
he had
he's
surgery.
Dealing with, that's
What's
right.
What's he doing back here?
I do not know.
We should also acknowledge that this is the stream with the most amount of Bennetts.
Oh, yes.
In the stream, we have 3 Bennetts. Scott,
we have
Annie,
4
and Coral.
Bennetts. And me.
Well, you're not in the chat, though.
Oh.
We don't have a chat here.
I want to be included in the Bennetts.
Okay, we have 4.
4 Bennetts. Thank you. And hi to Kay as well, who just made the end of the chat.
Oh, hey, Kay. Great to have you with us. Look at Toki Hayate's photo. Just absolutely staring down the barrel of the camera, saying, "You want to fight me?"
When was the last time Onosho was in Juryo? I know we have looked this
quite
up.
a while.
At the end of the last basho, it was for one basho in May 2018, where he dropped down from Magashira 5. He was out for the whole basho. Dropped down to Juryo 1, won the Yusho, went 12-3. So everyone who's saying that maybe Haku will win, maybe Takerufuji will win, I'll be very interested to see them come up against this wily character.
That is very interesting. Onosho is the wild card in this Juryo Yusho race. Brings so much experience. Will absolutely be blasting these kids around off the Tachi. If he can keep it together, be consistent, there's no reason why he can't be there at the end.
Yep. In
the Yusho race, but this injury, this quick recovery from, it was knee surgery, I believe.
Was it ankle?
Oh, ankle, right.
Was it ankle? Somebody will remember. I feel like if Takerufuji came up against Onosho in Makuuchi, I'd be worried. But in Juryo, I'm like, maybe Onosho.
It's different energy.
Yeah, it's totally different Juryo. He's left the salt on the shoulders in a display of power against Toki Hayate. Here they go, the final bout of Juryo on day 1 of Aki Basho 2024. They are not ready to go.
They are not ready. I was about to say, the Gyoji said.
I didn't even look. I yellowed it.
The Gyoji needs a little bit more from the crowd. He's disappointed.
Yep. They were going to go, but nobody's,
no
Sumo
one's ready.
Kabuma cheering hard enough from the back
enough,
of
exactly
the stadium.
right.
Ladies, let us know you're here. Leslie, Laurie, Chia, say Sumo Mainichi.
So Toki Hayate is at Juryo 2 this time around after a little bit of a fall in July from Juryo 1, where he went 7 and 8, dropping the final 3 days. Not great from Toki Hayate. Still rebuilding from his time in Makuuchi, where he had won, who could forget it, back in May. He went 6 and 9, back down to Juryo.
Yep. I was really rooting for him then. I was really going for him to stay, but he didn't look ready. He wasn't ready.
I agree. I mean, a 6-9 on debut wasn't bad, and you can see there that he had 4 losses to start off the basho.
Yeah.
I mean,
Nervous.
You get a couple of wins there. It's a very, very different story. Toki Hayate fan in the crowd.
A signature on that towel?
Looks like it.
Big fan.
What do you think about signing a towel?
I think it ruins the towel.
I think it ruins the signature. It takes 2 good things and makes them worse.
Did you ever have a signature book when you were young?
Oh, gee, that's a... Ooh. Stream just paused there. Ooh. We went quiet. We're back. I think I did, but I don't think where I grew up there were any celebrities. I think we had football players, like Australian rules football.
Yeah. Gary Ablett.
Oh, I don't think I got a Gary Ablett signature. Mm-hmm. You had a signature book?
I wasn't really into getting signatures.
Yeah,
I was a little bit nervous about it.
I just can't imagine saying, sign this.
I like to be in the background. I just like to observe.
I think they're ready.
I think this is the final Juryo bout of day 1 of Aki Basho 2024. Toki Hayate up against Onosho. The Juryo 2 East versus the Juryo 1 West. Onosho taking his time. The fists are down, and it's a break from Toki Hayate, who was ready to go for about 20 minutes before Onosho was.
Interesting to see Toki Hayate's strategy there, trying to get that right hand on the belt, trying to deny Onosho that space he needs out of the tachiai.
He could also jump back and pull Onosho down. That would be another strategy against the guy who often gets tumbled down. What can he do here? Onosho straight out of the blocks. But Toki Hayate jumps out of the way. He's moving very fast, but Onosho straight back down. And as much as Toki Hayate tried to get out of the way, he couldn't. And that is a win on day 1 for Onosho.
What a brilliant way to cap off Juryo on day 1. Brilliant, quick sumo from both of these competitors. Whatever surgery Onosho got done, can I just say compliments of the surgeon? They've done a good job. He was very quick on his feet here as we take the replay. Toki Hayate is very competitive. Shook off those high attacks, moved around well, made space for himself. But look at Onosho, just that commitment.
Ouch.
Wow. Toki Hayate trying everything to stay up there.
That was good from both Rikishi there. That was a great final bout of Juryo. I did think that was a bit harsh on the right shoulder of Toki Hayate right at the end there when Onosho pulled him down. We've got a good signature story.
I'm obsessed with this from Madolis. This is the most Australian thing I've ever heard. My dad got me a Dennis Lilly signature at Bunnings when I was too afraid to meet him.
Yeah.
I don't believe... Dennis Lilly is not alive. Is he?
I'm not sure, actually.
I just can't imagine Dennis Lilly, who was a cricketer from the 70s for Australia, existing at the same time as Bunnings, which is a big hardware store.
Oh, that's odd, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah.
Of course, famous Bunnings, famous for its sausage sizzles every weekend.
Well, there was one time when I had the opportunity to meet Darren Gauchi, the jockey, and I was too scared. So I did it.
No one wants to meet celebrities, and they don't want to meet you, so why do it? Anyway, on your screen at the moment, we have the Makuuchi Doyo. Gee, look at Tamawashi's
That's
butterfly.
beautiful. That is beautiful. He is a beautiful butterfly. I feel like he's just requested that for his own
Well, he's a beautiful
love of
butterfly,
art.
isn't
Ichi Yamamoto, we love you. Good
Also,
luck. Endo's back.
he? Madolis has confirmed that Dennis Lilly is still alive and is
I thought he was.
Dennis Lilly came from that era of sport where people were encouraged to have day jobs and smoke cigarettes.
Yeah, he's going to have a state funeral. We would know if
he
Dennis
will.
Lilly
That's
died.
true. Meisei.
Well, we just skipped past
Stepping up.
Wakataka Kage.
Yeah, we did.
He is back at Juryo. Juryo. I'm still in the Juryo mode. Magashiro 7.
Welcome to the chat, Tom.
Late stage.
We're about to wrap up, Tom, but thanks for coming by.
Shodai! Look at this man. I'm just going to pull up the Bansike because I need to say
Well, I
out
think he's
loud with my
Juro. I
mouth.
think he's Magashiro 6. from
Magashiro
memory.
4.
Magashiro 4. Even better than I remember. Look at Atami Fuji preparing, stepping up onto the doyo very, very seriously.
We're preparing for his bout against Onosato
Wow.
today. Can
That's a
Onosato
cracker.
get past the great man?
Takanosho coming in. I mean, anything could happen with Takanosho. Is he back in form? Is he not? Was it a fluke last time around? Time will tell. All right, well, as Kirishima gets ready to step up onto the doyo, I think we might wrap things up here. Thank you, everyone in the chat who came and hung out.
Thanks, Mum.
Thanks, Colin. Hope sumo works for you. Hope it's a good fit. We'll be here putting our podcast out every day of the basho over the next 15 days. We can't wait to see what happens in Makuuchi. If you'd like to support the podcast, you can find out how by going to our linktr.ee on our Instagram page, Sumo Mainichi. Sumo's back. We'll be here to bring you all of the action. We'll see you soon.
See ya. Bye.